I'm procrastinating on so many projects, but this ends today. I got this dress for $1 at a garage sale about 10 years ago. I really like the ribbed fabric and it has a nice stretch, but it just kind of looks lumpy when I wear it. I'm going to attempt to repurpose it into something different. Join me on a spiritual journey to kill this dress and make leg warmers rise out of its ashes. Alright, so I'm gonna try to do the flip on this dress. I'm gonna flip it, from a dress to some leg warmers. But why? Why even do any of this? Well, I have a couple of reasons for you. First of all, resourceful. You know what? I don't mean to get too dark in this video, but with the state of the world right now, resourcefulness is probably going to become more valuable in the future. So why not start my resume and start networking now? Reason number 2. I am the killer and chaotic combination of being both poor and cheap at the same time. So that means that I will go to extreme lengths not to buy something if I can just make it myself. And number 3, I like working with my hands. I like making things, and you know what? Can't a girl just have some fun? I found some inspirational images. I scoured the far reaches of Pinterest and found some images that I kind of wanted to use as some inspiration on what I want my garment to look like. Yeah, I'm using the word garment. This is pretty professional here. Exhibit number 1. I really like how, well, it kind of has a similar texture to the ones that I have, so I can kind of see in my mind's eye how mine will turn out. And the aspect that I really liked in these is that they have the tag just up on here. It's just up on here, and I don't know. I feel like I could incorporate that into my design, and it might look pretty cool. Obviously, these leg warmers are possibly the most impractical thing I've ever seen. The way that they drag, it's like an 1800s ball gown. I really don't like it, and mine are definitely not going to be that long. But I thought the top of it looks pretty good, and the flare is kind of what I'd like to see in my own. Exhibit number 2. These are kind of a similar thickness to mine, kind of like how it rolls up. Mine, I don't think are going to be able to do that based off the fabric, but I like the little, I don't know what this is called, like the pocket area, where it rolls up at the top. The lip, is it called the lip? I don't know, but I think these are pretty cool. Number 3. These are kind of exactly what I want to try to make something that looks similar to this. So based off of this one, I tried to do some measurements just to see some approximations on sizing. And I did some quick maths here, and I found that the top of it, where the calf is approximately 2 of the bottom of it. So the flare is approximately going to be 2 times the top part. I don't know what that's called. What do I look like? Some kind of dressmaker, some kind of tailor? No, I do not. Speaking of what I look like, I did some self-measurements. This is me. That's what I look like. And these are my legs. And I measured my legs, and I am approximately 34 centimeters around my calf, and this part, the amount of space I want it to cover is about 40 centimeters. Number 4, I made an ideal design of how I want the garment to look. I added some seam allowance to the top and the bottom just in case, I need more fabric for that area. And I also converted the top to the bottom to be 50 centimeters just because I do want to roll over the top to make that lip. We just call it the lip TM for now, I guess. And yeah, this was what the design would be like in a perfect world, but obviously we don't work in a perfect world. This ain't no pie in the sky kind of situation, and we got some constraints because we're working with a limited amount of fabric. Our constraints is about this part of the fabric, so we've got 37 meters on the top, 46 centimeters on the bottom, and a height of 80 centimeters. So we're kind of working with this awkward trapezoid shape, which is never great. A square would be better, but you know, such is life. And so I kind of make this redesign for the constraint. If this is the dress right here, this is matte fabric we're working with. The original design just isn't going to work. I don't have enough fabric for it. So I made a new design where it's kind of shaped like this, and I can kind of rotate it so that I can hopefully cover all of it, and then hopefully that will be enough to actually make something out of it. The measurements that I came up with are here. This is kind of what we're working with. It's kind of a strange shape. Kind of looks like I don't know, like a Bratz shoe. I don't know, a We Three Friends shoe. Do you guys remember that? Anyways, kind of looks like some kind of deformed Barbie shoe. But you know, we're just gonna have to take it and see if it works. So to start this thing off, I got a bunch of paper, made a larger piece of paper by connecting it with masking tape, and then drawing out the design on that paper. I then cut out this template, and I traced out the design on the dress with a white charcoal pencil. I then also pinned the design in place so that the fabric wouldn't jostle around while cutting. Now for the part I dread the most. If I make one mistake, there's no going back. The entire project will be absolutely ruined with one wrong slip of my hand. I wasn't sure if the design that I created on paper was going to work very well, so I decided to test out the shape first by sewing essentially the entire leg warmers with really thick white thread first in order to try them on and then be able to see if I like them or not. I don't know if there's a name for this technique or if this technique even exists at all in the real world, but yeah, I tried them on and they flared out way too much, so I decided to thin out the design and tried them on again. They were still flaring out too much, but kind of just on one side. It looked a little awkward. So I decided to change the shape such that they were kind of flaring out from both sides, and then at that point I was pretty happy with the design. Once I finalized the design with the white thread, I then went in with my own sewing machine and sewed the garment. And yeah, I know guys, you can dunk on me, whatever. I know it's an old machine, but you know what? She tries her best, and that's all I can ask for. Finally, once it was all sewn up, I cut away at the excess fabric on either side. And the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's the final result. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty chuffed with them. They're not perfect, but you know what? I could always make alterations once I start wearing them and kind of get a feel about them. But yeah, you did good, kid. That's what I'd imagine my dad would say if I had one.